How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with another new deck. About to say I had to reset my router, so it took me a while to get this one put together, but it'll be worth it. We're looking at Titania, Voice of Gaea. So she's not associated with the third path, so she's not technically the leader of the neutrals, but she's kind of like the last neutral resistance that was present during the Brothers' War. Yeah, so Argoth, the home of Titania, was one of the last natural reserves on Dominaria, and it got pillaged hard. Let me get down Titania first. Swing in for one. So we're kind of like a landfall deck. Although we're running a lot of ramp spells that don't say basic land on them, basically. Like, we're still running some that say basic land. I guess he doesn't, but there are. I assume there are some. We're going to take the Eye of the Hive Tavern next turn. Get a couple of life gain triggers. Two life off Titania, and then another one when our land off field enters the battlefield. Fortunately, it's tapped, I think, so. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I actually get a Once Upon a Time, too, which is kind of neat. So this deck's mana base, I worked a little bit. Oh, I declined. Never mind. Let's forget about what we were talking about. This deck's mana base I worked a little bit harder on because it's kind of trying to use lands as like a utility slot. So we don't really have any dual lands, but we have a lot of colorless lands that provide a benefit. Like, we have Tyrite Sanctum for when we have a Kodama. We have Scavenging Grounds for when we want to exile a graveyard. We have the Field of Ruin effects, Ghost Quarter, Demolition Zone, that kind of thing. We're running out of creatures to cast. And then we have like the standard green card draw package that I generally go for. If I'm playing a green deck and I want to draw cards, there's generally a Soul of the Harvest. There's generally a Guardian Project. Is this not the one that fights? No, this is not the one that fights. We didn't draw a land, unfortunately. Argoth and something that we can put in the bin, probably. I've looked for Ghost Quarter, but I can't find it. There it is. Well, it should be back here somewhere. What are we up against? I say these things, and so I don't know what they are. So is our second land in the bin. Next turn we can just get two that sack. And that should be enough for us. So the Trizit Do'Urden is a little tricky for the deck, right? Because he's 6 attacking power. Our Elder Silverback is the only thing that can actually block him profitably at the moment. And that itself is a little bit up in the air. And I'll jump block. I don't need the extra life. So what is the other mode we're going to choose? Flash. Okay. Two bears, 2 lambs? So I want one of those ascendancy. Oh god. Is it up top? Did I not put the other one in? That would be embarrassing. Well, this is fine. So we just have to, we just have to sack the Ghost Quarter at the appropriate time. Ouch. We are losing a lot of life here. I think I'll just take 18, honestly. The Lion Slash has kind of dampened the mood. Get rid of that epoch so it's not an epoch, it's epic proportions, so we don't have to worry about the bad things anymore. Then let's Harrow. So Harrow and Cultivator, and it's the functional reprint of Harrow are the basic lands that we have. Yeah, they're eating lands, unfortunately. I guess since the wording is beginning, we can't do an upkeep trick, which is unfortunate. Because the beginning of the upkeep happens before the untap, so yeah. Fair enough, Magic Arena, fair enough. Can we sink the little boat in the background? I don't think we can. It is still raining, by the way. Rain, always a good thing. I think I mentioned that I was going to build this deck last video, but I think this video is going up before the video that I mentioned I was going to make this video in, so I think that's going to be a little bit confusing. But, I don't think anybody knows. But nobody spelled it out, so we're good on that front. More lands. We have to eat a land. Or we, yeah, or we flip. So they're gonna attack him for 16 at minimum. So we have to put this in front. The Soul of the Harvest is just too valuable. And Gaea is not, Titania is not doing anything, so. Yo. Have you heard of the Leveler? He's a lovely boyo. I like him anyways. Please stop hitting me. That's my one request. We might still just be dead. Like, we have 3 blockers for 3 attackers, but that generally does not mean everything, right? We got a Mulch. Mulch is a decent card. Put down our memorial. Like, our boys are beefy. And if we get to have it next turn, Drizzt Dro Erden is not going to have a good day. Because whenever we cast a creature, we get a ramp or destroy an artifact, draw a card, and then whenever we attack, we get to destroy a permanent. So yeah, like, we're doing okay. This is 13 minutes and we're nowhere close to winning the game, but we are not losing. I mean, for life, kind of losing, but not enough to worry about, honestly. It's a 5-5 now. It's gonna get blown up next turn anyway, so. Scavenger Grounds. Give me a Gaea. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I'll draw a card. For 5, I guess? Unfortunate. Anyway, here I go leveling. Yeah, we're never gonna let him stay on the battlefield from now on. Next turn I'm tempted to draw 8 cards. But we kinda need him as like emergency Drizzt removal. Root. Take action. Well, now we just have to use him as card draw. Commit 0. Draw 8 cards. And then we Scoot Swarm for the win. Kind of sad, honestly, but... If we had drawn more lands with that, we could, like, Cultivator Colossus for a bunch. We do have Risk Card's expertise in the deck, so that can feasibly do what we want to do. Like, we have to provide a lethal board state here very quickly, or things just get out of control. Scoot Swarm. Land. Cultivator Colossus. Land. Land. No land there. Look for some lands. So that we can start over next turn. I think we can win. As weird as that sounds at this point. I think the backup Scoot Swarm combo just does the job. Gonna take 4 life off of Wrenn. We're gonna +0 him anyways next turn. Swing like this. See where life takes us. This is bad. I think we lose because we skipped our second main phase. That sucks. Let's see if we can find something. Hey, if I had played you, we could be okay, but I didn't, so... Sure. That's very anticlimactic. That's a little tilting, honestly. Because it's such a simple mistake to make. If we had drawn the Kodama, we'd been okay. If we had... I guess we couldn't have minused at that point because of the 4 damage, but... How did the Icing Death die? We couldn't have blocked it. I don't know, it's weird how you can play a game of Magic and think that you have a grasp over what happened during the game, but then at the end of the match, you're still... There's a lot of comprehension in Magic that we don't always think about. I'm going to free mull this, because this is a very bad hand. I'll keep this. So, Forest into Garenbrig into Vines? Well, actually, that's just better. Or it's a combo commander, so I don't really... Hey Argoth, how you doing? Next time we go quarter something? Guess we're not allowed to. I guess we play Gaea. They might have the counterspell, honestly. I doubt it, but they might. They would need a specific counterspell to make this happen, but... Flash creature? Nope, okay. Hey. I guess I'm gonna get Graveyard Hate. Just in case. Start doing some damage. They are tanking, so they have something. But I don't know what they're gonna go for, though. Like, we don't really need the Elvish Reclaimer anymore. We got 2 lands we can sack. But they can just combo kill us, right? Like, Peer into the Abyss on turn 7 is just death. Veto Sanguine Bond is just death. We didn't draw land, so we had to do it the hard way. There is an additional attacker and an actual land. Spread the counters. Swing for 5. Next turn we'll set up for the meld. 3 to 6 feels good. This feels like the number of lands our opponent should have. When we compare what they're doing to what we're doing looks awful fair. If they just get a free turn to play removal, that's pretty bad. Hey. Hey. I'm only 3 out of 4. I think I'm only going to attack with Titania. To keep the race up. And then we'll keep all of our options for getting lands in the bin. So that way if they have to spend their turn removing a creature, it's not our only blocker. Right? Because if they spend their turn having to remove a creature, it's better for... He said I could just Vorinclex. Like, a Vorinclex on this battlefield is pretty backbreaking. Yeah, I'm greedy. Okay, I want the win. Rude. Don't even get the meld now. Dang it. It was smarter to just sack a land during their turn. I knew counterspells were a possibility, but I didn't want to believe, honestly. Now we just have to kill them as quickly as we can. Like, we have no choice. I say what they're doing is not fair. We literally tried to Vorinclex them. Like, on the list of things that's not cool, Vorinclexing somebody is, it's up there. Uh-huh. Just gonna swing for 11. I will draw 6 and gain 6 life, or gain 7 life. And I can play my Dryad, keep up Ghost Quarter. They're sacrificing damage finally, which is good for us. So we have to tap this in a specific way so that the Argoth, so that the Ghost Quarter isn't tapped. The Dryad will ensure that we have options for blocking, right? And I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, I'm still just a little bit worried. Well, they can actually do it because I need 3 black sources to do it. But I am worried that there are going to be black sources in the future and that they're going to hurt us a lot, and it's going to be sad. So what am I ghost quartering? The black source? Probably. They have 2 white if you count Cold Steel Heart, so... yeah, that's kind of sad. Kind of sad, opponent. Well, that's going to get them lands. Get rid of another black source. Like, weirdly enough, we might be able to go quarter lock some decks. Like, we only have 1 more game left. Because these, for some reason, both the decks that I've recorded today have been extremely long games. Which is atypical because, like, generally, my decks aren't that slow. That's a cool sleeve. I do like that. Hey, Gaea. Now, is she just gonna eat a removal spell? If she does... So 2 and 2. If she does, I just start leveling the city. We riot if the good guys get defeated. Unlike Momentous Fall, which cards expertise you have to do during your turn. Sorceries are kind of like that, right? Because I'm further away from my mic, so I might sound a little different. I'll sit back up so that it actually has reasonable quality. My hand is absurd, though. But that being said, we stabilized with some absurd conditions last game, and we kind of still lost, right? So, I am worried. We have 2 creatures, so casting a Whisperer's expertise is probably the safest it's gonna get. Wow. One of these, I guess. And the turn. Discard that, discard that, discard that, discard that. I actually want the Azusa. Our Promise can go, though. Basic Land can go. We had to get rid of our leveler. Show them that nothing they cast matters. Gaea is here, and she is angry. It's weird there's like a fire effect in like a green card. But I guess it's not that weird. So I'm pretty sure that this is a game-breaking interaction. That if we cast Ashaya, we time out and lose. But it might be cool to just do it because we've technically won this game already. GG opponent. So Zendikar Royal. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind, we're good. I was worried there for a second. I'm just gonna attack into this and win the game then. So because we have 3 attackers, we're actually good. GG opponent. Right, that was game 2. I think we'll keep it with the trend from the last video and just do 2 this time around, because we're at 35 minutes. That's very long for a Magic Arena video. So I will see you guys next time around. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to like, subscribe, you know all the deal. Either way, see you tomorrow.